So I had a few comments come up on the last video I did in regards to the Mavic Air and Litchi. It's amazing how many cars go by when you start hitting the record button. They just keep coming. So I'm outside by the garage. I've got the Mavic Air controller. We're going to do a small little tutorial on how Litchi works, and it's just small. I'm not going to go in depth on this because there's a lot of videos out there with any of the other drones that can show you more in depth, but with the Air I just want to make sure you guys get some foundations as to how the app works, as well as a few little things to be aware of. I'm going to put another camera on a tripod here, which I'm just going to place here. I'm going to get the Air on the ground so that's why I'm outside, so I don't fly it into my roof. We're going to see what the app does. Hope this is all in focus. I'm not too sure. I hope it is. I've got the Mavic Air on the ground. It's already on, so I always turn it on first, and then I make sure my phone is ready. I turn the controller on, so 2 to get the controller up and running. Right? Let's get those up. I don't have that much distance. And then of course, I'm gonna go find the actual Litchi app. Now, here's what's important. You know, a lot of people will run the DJI Go app, and for a lot of things, so will I. It's a great app for a lot of things, but for me, not for waypoints. So what I'm gonna do is not open it, because if you do open it and then you run Litchi, you get into all kinds of troubles because 2 apps are trying to control the same drone, and that's never any good. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna run Litchi here. So first off, I'm gonna make sure this is back in focus, just so you guys are okay. So we're gonna bring up Litchi, and it should automatically see the drone. So you can see it over there, right? You see the ground? I can turn these around so you can get back and forth between the two. Now, one of the big things was that a lot of people said they were having an issue getting it to start. And if you're in an FPV mode, you'll see FPV in the top left-hand corner up there, then you have the ability, just like the DJI app, to actually do a, just lift, start off, return home, all that kind of stuff. If you tap on the top here, this is where you'll see like your waypoint modes, your orbits, your panos, your focus, your track, record screen. And you do want to, get an account with them. They are free, so I would log in, because then you have that ability to be able to create and store your waypoints. So if you're in waypoint mode though, hold on, got a little error here. On the side, you'll see that there's none of that abilities to actually do a lift. So you're like, well, how do I get the thing to take off? I can see the camera, but nothing, right? So first off, before I talk about that, that is when you take these joysticks, hopefully you can see the joysticks, and you push them into the center like this. When you push them into the center, that will fire the props up. Okay, so I'll do that afterwards just so you guys can see it. Now for setting waypoints here, I'm going to actually clear this. So if you see the little X in the top, whoops, little X right there, you see you want to clear. I'm like, yep. So it's going to be all cleared, or it should be cleared. Clear map, yep. This is my house right here. Okay, so it's recorded its home point. I'm in nice and tight. So this is where you can create all your maps. So first off, you're going to see this little plus, this little plus up at the top here, right? And if you tap that, that allows you to put like a point of focus. So I can actually say there's a point of focus right there, and here's another point of focus right there. If those are things that I actually want the Air or any of your drones to look at. Now, this is the fun part. When you come over to the little wrench guy, I'm going to turn that off, but the little wrench, you see there's a little pencil. And the pencil allows you to do like this and draw the map. Now here you'll see little things like what the altitude is going to be, what the cruising speed, the curve size. Now the curve size, you'll notice, is grayed out on mine, and that's because before you actually get into any of this, I'm going to cancel this for a minute, right? You can't clear map yet. You can actually go into your settings. You can go in and do like your settings here, and you'll actually see that this little guy here beside the file, looks like a little floppy disk, the settings. Oh, this is your mission settings, so a lot of times you want to set this ahead of time. So you'll see I have a cruising speed set, a max flight set, my default curve. Okay, so because I have all these stuff preset already, then it kind of just sets those as defaults. So I'm gonna start this again, clear, right? So I'm gonna set a point to right there. Okay, I'm gonna go to my little gear, I'm gonna click my pencil, and I'm gonna say all I want you to do is fly there, back, and there. And it says okay, all my settings are good. It has set all these waypoints. Now each of these waypoints that are on there you can tap on and readjust. Like see, readjust the curve size, readjust the heading, readjust the point of interest, readjust, you know, the gimbal pitch, what is it looking at, etc., etc. And once you have these, then what you're going to do is, that's when you have to do the pull down to get the props to fire, and then all you do is you hit the play button, and the play button over here is what launches the mission. So I'm going to just do this real fast. I'm going to bring this up so you guys can hopefully see this. Ready? And it's going to, I don't know if you guys can see there's the air right there. Hopefully you guys can see that. And nice and simple, I'm going to take this 2 down. I don't know, well, hold on. Weirdly enough, sometimes you stumble into the same problems that maybe somebody else was having, because I couldn't get mine to take off. I tried to figure out why. I went back into the DJI app and it said that my compass needed to be recalibrated. I did a compass recalibration, and now let's see if it works. Alright, we're gonna see. Same deal. I'm gonna take these, pull down, and there she goes. Alright, so now I could lift up in the air. Right. Once it's up to about 4 feet or so, on the controller here, I'm gonna just see if I can bring this back. I'll bring this back down here, but you know, maybe a bit loud. Right. So down here, if I hit this button, you'll see her come up and say, "Do you want to start the mission?" Right. So I'm gonna say, "What the heck?" Right. Uploading mission, and there she goes. Now this is a short mission, so she literally just flew just a tiny little square, and then I had my mission settings set to return home, so to basically return back from where she came from. So the hope is that's what she's gonna do. So hopefully, even, you know, hey, sometimes you screw up yourself, and that's how we all learn. Compass error. Compass error can be a big reason why the Litchi app won't fire. If the DJI app is running in the background, she may not start. If the compass is not turned on, she may not start. Get used to pulling the triggers down. That may help it. Other than that, hope that was somewhat informative. And play with the Litchi app. It's good. I use it all the time. And now even I know how to fix that problem. I hope. It never happens. It will. You have to recalibrate all the time. So I'm gonna leave you there, guys, and we'll talk to you again. Have fun flying your air, and you know the drill. Just do it. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm gonna move this. This is in the way. It's in the way. That's still recording. I'm gonna stop that. I'm gonna do that again, because like, comment, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Ciao. Ciao. Whatever. Later.